Hey, so I'm going to give a quick demonstration of Companion. So Companion at the moment is simply just an online REPL environment for Python with an AI tutor serving as a companion on the right-hand side. So this is the landing page. I mean, if we go to the playground, this is the editor. This is the console, so to speak, where you could execute your Python code in, and it would output the results here. And then here is where you could chat with the AI tutor. The goal of this project really is to provide students or individual learners, really anyone, with a very simple environment on the web to learn programming or work through problems that they're, say, assigned, but not necessarily use AI to get the answer, but rather leverage the AI to help guide their thinking towards the answer. So it could be giving hints. It could be just like a good tutor would, guide the student in the right direction towards the solution, but not necessarily give them the solution. So that's the overall goal with this. And it's not going to be perfect. The AI is going to make mistakes at times, but relatively speaking, it works pretty well on a lot of different problems. We have some sample exercises here, and I just want to go through and demonstrate how this would look like. So here, this is a pretty traditional Python exercise, which asks the person to return an uppercase reverse string representation, removing all vowels given a string. So it's more so just string manipulation. And so, like if we were to, say we were to take this example. So this is the input-output example that we would expect. And say we were to say first string equals to process string. And then so you have that. So now let's see the way we would do this, right? So you could actually even ask the AI for, okay, so and so let's see, for the first step, what method or slicing technique could you use? Give it a try and let me know. Let's just say, you're beginning. I didn't think of a slicing method. That's usually the traditional approach. So it's great to think a loop can be used here, but let's focus on the first step, reversing string. When you reverse a string, how do you think you might iterate through it? What are some ways you could store characters? Additionally, think about any particular conditions to check for vowels. Take your time. So essentially here, what we could do is, something like that. And one common mistake would be, or not necessarily a mistake. It's more so the person not knowing, say, how to go iterate backwards. So how to iterate backwards in a range function. And so here it could tell you, right? So to iterate back, consider what values could you achieve. So there you go. So when you want to iterate, you typically want to start from the last index of the string and go all the way in the first index. So now in the range function, how could you set up your parameters, right? So traditionally, so here it's telling you that when you want to iterate backwards, you would go from here, from the last part to the beginning. And so, this is also another common mistake. So let's just say something like this. You're on the right track. However, there's a small tweak. When you're starting up the range bracket, but remember that starting point should be the length of the string minus 1. This is because the index starts at 0. Also be mindful of the step value. You want to decrement. So it provided you with guidance on what sort of flaws you had there. And this is the critical difference. With Stack Overflow or say ChatGPT, a lot of times you're given just the direct answer. It's either for the same problem or a similar problem. Here, the goal more is to pretty much have a companion, essentially, to work with you. Something like a real human tutor would be. So that's the overall goal of this project, and then you could continue here, and then you could also run this code, and it'll give you a console output. So this is how this sort of works. I'm not gonna actually solve this problem; it's more of a demonstration. But you could use this for these problems. I think another great medium would be LeetCode. For LeetCode problems, for interview practice or so on. So that's pretty much an introduction to Companion and how it works. Feel free to try this out on your own problems or these sample problems. A lot more iteration is going to be coming on this project. This is really just the beginning of hopefully trying to enable more personalized learning at a larger scale. Thank you.